Hi, everybody. It's Ia Patsy, and I am here to do your love bite for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Virgo for the time period between mid May and mid June 2018. So, we're going to do it today. We're going to be doing a separate reading for masculine energy and a separate reading for female energy. So, we're going to be using cards from the Gods and Titans and Goddesses and Sirens by Stacy DeMarco and Jimmy Manson. So, let's see what we have. Got two cards for you, masculine energy. First card we have here for you is Green Man, abundance, and Ra, power. So we have abundance and power. Sounds good, Capricorn. Looks like things are looking up and forward. We know what abundance is. Let's see what I never heard of Green Man before. Let's see what he's talking about. Is he like the Hulk? Okay. Prosperity and growth are bursting forth. Any seeds you plant now will flourish. Any seeds you plant now will flourish. Walk through any rural area in the Glastonbury and Cornwall areas of Britain, and you might see a leafy face appearing up through the ground. In churches in Spain and France, his features appear carved into the columns. In Wales, his face appears carved into the trees. Entwined with curling vines, the very essence of growth and fertility, the Green Man crosses many cultures and countries. His is perhaps one of the oldest energies, that of the glorious abundance of the earth and its plants. Lord of the woods, forests, gardens, and all that grows there, the Green Man has vitality and renewal flowing through his foliate body. In the Wiccan tradition, the Green Man is related to the horn god and is often used to represent the masculine divine. Oh, okay. So you're showing up as yourself here? The gods, Cernunnos, Pan, and even Osiris are considered close energetic relations. There is a very strong birth, death, rebirth aspect to the Green Man, mimicking the natural flow of life. Should the Green Man unfurl in your life, know that growth is underway and is bound to bring with it prosperity in all things. The deep energies of the earth are at work to help you co-create the green that you want, whether it is health, success in school, or even wealth. The Green Man also fosters the feelings of enthusiasm and passion and works side by side with you as things expand, as things grow, as things transform. Ask yourself, what is it that you wish to grow? What seeds need to be sown? Are you focused on school and academics? Or is this a time you want to focus on creating beautiful art or writing or music? Whatever it is, the Green Man can help you create an abundance. The Green Man also signals a feeling of unstoppable exuberance. This in itself is pleasurable, but sometimes we cannot stop. It is a wild and sometimes dark energy. In its darker aspect, the green man is a trickster, or the dark lord of all he surveys. Step into the most untamed forest or the thick bush, and we still feel a fear of all that is wild and alive. Sometimes we fear prosperity and our own growth in the same way. Sometimes we crave too much abundance, letting it take over our lives. His symbols are the color green and a face with leaves and vegetation. Wow. Okay, abundance, or the fear of abundance. And Ra, that's not unfamiliar. I think we've heard of Ra, but I'm sure we're going to get some more information. See? Educational too. And that's what it's about, learning lessons. These are part of the lessons. Ra. Know that you have power and it is real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. Ra is the embodiment of power, creative power, solar power, power and leadership, and physical power. So powerful was Ra within the Egyptian pantheon that his identity was often combined and fused with other gods' identities. Pharaohs were known as sons of Ra, as a reference to their omnipotence, and all considered Ra a father figure. Ra, as a deity, is an ancient one, but not until the 4th and 5th dynasties did his cult grow to become one of the most commanding. It was then that he inspired huge constructions, including temples, public spaces, pyramids, and tombs, most of them aligned to the cycles of the sun. Ra's worshippers created, practiced, and recorded beautiful and magical prayers, rites, and invocations of all kinds. Many still survive today. One of the most recognized solar deities of almost any culture, Ra is the personification of the sun in particular. The setting sun as it travels beneath the underworld to resurrect itself at dawn. The ancient Egyptians knew how much their survival and that of all beings relied upon the blessings of the sun. So Ra is an integral part of their spiritual life. The mighty Ra calls us to power and to become fully alive. When we feel drained or powerless, we're not honoring our birthright. When it seems like our lives are being controlled by rules and what others ask or tell us to do, it is easy to feel powerless. True power is always a pure and good force, and we find it by looking inward. Developing practices that enable us to increase our inner power, for example, meditation or spellcraft, can help us retain a good level of energy. This means we can feel empowered, even under difficult circumstances. When we don't feel like we are in control of a certain situation, we need only look inward to see that we do have true power over how we deal with and respond to situations, meaning we always have power in our own lives. Ra also calls us outside to receive the blessings of the sun. We need the sun's rays to set off essential chemical reactions in our body, such as the production of vitamin D, And without this, we can feel tired and even confused. Power can corrupt those who do not channel it well. Abuse of power can occur anywhere, on teams and families, in groups of friends, at a job, within government, and is damaging on so many levels. Ensure that you are not part of the problem and are not disempowering others. Corruption empowers just a few and is, of course, answerable to the laws of Ma'at and man. Ma'at and man. Ra's symbols are a man with the head of a hawk, a phoenix, or a beetle, or a large solar disk that's pictured above the head of Ra. Yeah. So this would be the hawk head mask and the sun. So, Capricorn, maybe you have some Leo in your chart also, I'm feeling. Some Earth also. Well, you're an Earth sign, right? Okay. Capricorn is the Earth sign, right? So, power and abundance. It's a lot. That's what you got to look forward to in the coming month. Power and abundance at the same time. No wonder you're scared. But you're Capricorn. This is business. Power and abundance. This is your thing. This is what you're called to, right? Thank you all so much for all the views last month of that video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't even have words. Thank you all for liking and subscribing and sharing these messages with your friends and families. And it's wonderful. I'm excited. It may not be a lot to a lot of other people because I know there are people whose channels are like, blew up like that. But I'm good. I'm good like this. This is good. I just want the people who want to, to get with this and who are with this journey, that we are going on together, because I'm going through this also. I was having a retrograde moment a couple of weeks back, I have good days and bad days, just like we all do. So let's see what messages we could get from the Romance Angel Oracle deck, and that is by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what messages there are to masculine energies of Capricorn for the coming, so I make sure I got my mic in, from now until June, mid-June 2018. Okay. All right. 2 cards. All right. Keep an open mind and reconciliation. All right. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so when I was reading this Keep an Open Mind just now, when I was saying it out loud for the first time, I think, that I can recall, I heard that differently. That the person who is your soulmate may differ from usual. In other words, the person that you know already may be going through some changes that may throw you off, that may make them unrecognizable to you. That's what I got. But keep an open mind. They're still the person, but they're changing. This is also talking about those, the regular. Your soulmate may not look like what you're normally attracted to, or maybe someone in a different race or different religion, or, you know, just somebody that you would have never thought that you would find yourself attracted to. They're saying keep an open mind, get to know the person. But for some of you, I got that message there that it's the person that you know that it's going to change. Someone that you know, someone who you could consider your soulmate. Keep an open mind. There's going to be something different about them in this coming couple of weeks. And reconciliation, someone is returning from your past. Someone is coming back. Maybe this is the person who you were with. Maybe you all had broken up, and now they're changed. They're different from the way they were. They're still your soulmate, even though y'all weren't together. You got attracted to someone who you had a relationship with in the past, and they're changed. And you're being asked to keep an open mind about it, Capricorn. That's what it is. A person that you used to go out with, someone you used to see, your ex, whatever, is coming back, and you're going to reconcile with them. And the Spirit is asking you to keep an open mind, because with them is going to come abundance and power. That's what Spirit just said. Ashe. Good for you. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get some clarification. We'll use the Gilded Tarot by Marchetti. I know that's his last name is Marchetti. Cyrano? Whatever. Y'all know. Okay, so let's let's get some clarification on reconciliation, please, for our Capricorn male energies. Okay. Okay. So, King of Wands. So this could be anybody who is, like I said before, a fire sign, right? A Leo, a Sagittarius, or a Aries. But they're in the reverse. And what that just said is, yeah, because they're different. They've become a little softer, a little less harsh, a little less judgmental. They're changed. They're different. Yeah. So perhaps this person, male or female, this person, they changed. They're Sagittarius. Why do I keep saying Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries? Yeah. Could be a fire sign that has earth in their chart also. Or maybe you have earth in your chart. Maybe you're changing too. Or maybe you're unhappy about something. I don't know, you're not happy. 9 of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. You wanted this person to change. You've been looking forward to this change because you want to be with this person. You've been praying and hoping for this change. Okay. It's the Star. Star card talks about healing, right? It could also be talking about someone who is Aquarius. But this was in the reverse. So, person could be an Aquarius. An Aquarius in your life. Could be. And that person hasn't changed either. King of Wands, 9 of Cups, and the Star card in reverse. King of Wands in reverse, 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups talks about having your wishes fulfilled. And this person maybe it's been a slow change and the healing process has been slow, but your wishes are coming true. It's been it's been a long, slow process to get reconciled with this energy. But they have made changes. Okay. They have made changes and you're happy about those changes. Okay. They're not fully healed, but they have been working. So maybe this person that you were interested in has some type of addictive behavior, or maybe they were away for a minute and now they're coming back and they're not fully healed, but they're working on it. And you feel that this is a promising situation. I mean, the Star is a star, regardless, okay? So it's a star. So that's good. And you do have the 9 of Cups in the upright. So it may be a slow process, but the person is coming back. And as I said, this could be a male energy or female energy, right? There could be divine masculines with masculine energies, you know. But it doesn't matter. It could be a female also with these, this could be a female. But this is for you, divine masculine. Oh, why am I saying divine masculine? It's just male energy. It doesn't have to be divine at all. But y'all are all divine. Okay, so 9 of Cups. Okay, so you're happy with the changes that you're seeing. They're slow on coming, but the changes are coming, and you're keeping an open mind because you want this reconciliation with this partner who represents power and abundance for you. Okay. All right. Very good. Sounds good to me. Sounds very promising, actually. All right, let's see if we can get some information from, wow, Mermaids and Dolphins deck. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Well, I guess so. That card jumped out of there, but it was confirming. So changes are happening. This is a new dawn. Positive experiences, positive new experiences are coming towards you. Ashe, very good. Let's see. Let's get a card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle. See if she has anything to add before we get our energies for our female Capricorns. Very, very nice. Oh, yes, we have to get something from the Conscious Spirit Oracle also. Thank you. Let's do Conscious Spirit before we turn over that. Let's see, Conscious Spirit. Any messages? Okay. Number, wow, nice. We have number 21, Your Own Path. And number 42, The Wheel of Life. Both in the upright. Very good. So, you're being guided by the cycles of life and you live in complete harmony with them. You're following your own unique path with courage and strength. So, whatever these changes are, whatever this reconciliation is, this new beginning, doesn't matter what anybody has to say about it, anybody else feels about it. You're going forward. You're going forth with confidence and power. And you're just going with the flow. You're following your heart. You're following your intuition. And you're following the cycles of life. Everything that starts, ends. Everything ends, begins. All the different phases of our lives. Childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, manhood. The time when you become a grandfather, you know. The time when the difference is from the time you were a little boy until now. All the different stages. The things they tell you about and the things they don't tell you about. You have been keeping up. And you have been in complete harmony. And so, you followed your own path, but you've been consistent. You've done what's expected of you. You've done what's expected of you. And now you've gotten to that time in your life where you're going to do what you want to do. You're going to go your own way. Ugna, easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Exactly. Going with the flow. Not forcing anything. Cycle of life. Coasting. Keeping an open mind. Looking forward to a reconciliation. Follow your own path. Not listening to the naysayers. Doing what's expected of you. And now expecting to be allowed to be yourself. You fulfilled what's expected of you already. You've done that. And so now you've come into your abundance. You've come into your power. Easy does it. You may even be getting ready to retire. That could be what this is. Part of it. Your life is evolving, continuing to change. It may have been a slow change, but you see the changes happening. Yeah. Yeah, that's what this could be. King of Wands in the reverse and the Star in reverse. Yeah, maybe you are getting ready to retire from work. Maybe it's time. And you know it. You're happy. Maybe you're going to retire and you're going to be spending more time at home. And maybe they were trying to just warn you, don't be surprised if the person that you have been with for all these years, see if they haven't changed, because all these years have passed and you have been working, and perhaps they're telling you, keep an open mind. It may not be that easy as you may think. When you retire and you are home all the time, it changes the dynamics in the household somewhat. You may not know it. A lot of men, I guess by the time it happens, they're retired, and so they don't really talk about it with the other guys because everybody's retired, so they're off doing their own thing. But there's something that happens because now you're spending more time with this person that you really maybe not had spent a lot of day in, day out time with for many years because you've been working or they've been working. So that could be the reconciliation also. That could be what this is talking about. Maybe you're retiring and they're just letting you know. Don't be surprised. Things have changed a little bit. That's just natural. That's natural. If things didn't change at all, I would question what the hell. Hopefully there's been some growth, some change, but like I said, it depends on what the change is, but there should be something different. Even the hair should be longer or shorter. All right, so those are the energies that we got for our male Capricorns. Let's see what messages we'll get for our female Capricorns. That was quick. Everything was already shuffled, so calm down. Oh, really? That's too many cards. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go with it. So, we got for you feminines, Pele talks about purpose. Hathor talks about contentment. Purpose and contentment. The next two cards that came here for you. Individuation, Artemis, and Kali, fear. What I'm getting just intuitively is that female Capricorn, your energy, you feel content being a mother being a wife. That's your purpose. You're very content in that role. You feel that's your purpose. But you feel something is going to encroach on your independence. Something you fear so maybe you're pregnant and you feel happy to be pregnant, but you're afraid that this is going to change your independence. This is going to, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's what being a mother or father, being a parent is. Yes, it is going to change you, but it is a happy thing too. It's a purpose. And I'm just like even saying that to bullshit. It does change you, and it's a challenge. It's not easy. And it does give you a purpose. It doesn't. Just for myself as a woman, I always felt that being a mother was my purpose, was part of my purpose. Not all, but the most important. Always thought that my being a mother was the most important thing that I will ever be. That's what I thought. And so therefore, being a mother, all right, even pregnancies that were tumultuous, not so much as health-wise, but as far as controversial, let's say, I still felt content. I felt that this was part of my purpose. But I always knew that it wasn't my only purpose. I just thought it was my most important purpose. So I was able to hold both my roles in my brain. I did not feel that I had to give up one in order to do another. I never felt that. Even though maybe I was wrong. So I would say that's a common feeling. Pregnancy, you feel purpose and contentment. I can relate to that. But a fear of losing your individuality, yes, that's real. And that's honest. And I'm maybe if nobody wants to talk about it, fuck it, I'll talk about it. I don't care. You do. You do lose a lot of yourself, and especially when you're young. If you are trying to be the best person, the best mother, the best parent that you can be, oh, it takes some sacrifice. And you won't be able to go everywhere, and you won't be able to do everything. And you know what? Even grown people, like I had the opportunity to be pregnant both as a younger woman and as, in my 30s. And it was just two very interesting experiences, I'll say that. Because if you're in your 30s and your mid-30s, your friends have either already all had their kids or have decided they're not ever having no more kids. Or any kids at all, right? And for you to come along and be part of the social group at 32, 33, 34 years old, It people act funny, you know. They doesn't matter if you're married or whatever, but it's like after my friends were cool with me the whole time I was pregnant, everything, and when my baby was born, they're having spades parties, and nobody's calling me and telling me that they're even having a party. I was playing the whole time I was pregnant. What now? I had a car. I had a car seat. I had a stroller. I could get myself and my baby anywhere we needed to go. But, and it wasn't just once. It was just like I had a baby, and so now I could not come outside and play no more. That's how it felt. It was like I was not 14 or 15 when I had my daughter, just be sure. But it was like that. It was like, oh, you have a baby, we got to send you down south, something like that. No, what? Real? It was that. And you would think adult grown women, but maybe because they already had their own kids, or maybe they just didn't want to be around babies, and maybe they thought my baby would be a cry baby or scream or whatever like that. I don't know. But I just was like, I was offended at that. Like, I think I'm a good enough judge to say, no, I'm not going to come out tonight, or I want to stay in or whatever. But give me the option. There is fear that goes along with any new venture, or even if you have kids already, being able to provide for another mouth, to be able to provide food and shelter and care. We all share those concerns if your intention is to be a good parent. And yes, there are people who don't intend on being, not that they don't intend on being good parents, it's just that it's just another one. It's just another one. And that's across all social groups and all racial lines. There are people who should not be parents, and there are people who should. But all things work out the way they do for a reason. It's all divinely orchestrated. So, contentment, purpose, fear. Let's check on Artemis and see what her story is and how. Oh, it's sitting right in front of me. I think Artemis is a twin. The Greek god Zeus had a wife, the goddess Hera. But to put it mildly, Zeus is not the most faithful of men. One of his many conquests was a heavenly beauty named Leto, Leto, who became pregnant. In her rage, Hera, the wife, decided to kill Leto. But Leto, understanding the extreme danger, transformed herself into a quail and fled to the island of Delos, where she lay hiding under a tree and gave birth to twins. See, I knew it was twins. The first was Artemis, who then assisted with the birth of her twin brother, Apollo. So Artemis and Apollo are fraternal twins. And she helped give birth to her brother. This is our first glimpse into the independent and capable spirit of the goddess Artemis. Strong and beautiful, her aim with the bow unmatched. She's known for her bravery, and she grew into a formidable huntress who ran free in the forest. Speaking with her father about her future, she begged him to allow her to never marry and remain free of the confines of her home, to live wildly in the forest with just animals for company. Zeus was moved by his daughter's authentic and stark admission and granted her this unusual wish. Excuse me. Well, speak your truth. Never know. Might get your wishes granted. A goddess of animals and of the forest, Artemis received the finest hounds from the god Pan, dogs chosen for their unmatched abilities to bring down lions, catch the swiftest hares, and find the lairs of stags. Artemis went on to live an adventurous, brave, and at times violent life. Many stories describe her assisting women in childbirth, as she did for her mother, and yet she also takes life with her swift bow and painless arrow. Although a huntress, she punishes other hunters who kill mercilessly or without regard for the honor of their prey. Artemis is a moon goddess who inspires women in particular to live an authentic life. She encourages us to live the lives we truly desire, even if it is somewhat different from others. She asks that we distinguish ourselves as being completely separate from our parents, our siblings, and our friends. She asks that we know ourselves and act upon that knowledge, and in those sometimes frightening moments, be able to experience true freedom. As a deity of wild places, she encourages us to stretch our boundaries and go to levels we may not always feel comfortable going, whether it is physically or mentally. Her duality is also interesting. She helps bring both life and death. She is a protectress and a huntress, and she believes in mercy, but at times acts without it. Artemis demonstrates to us that we can choose to do anything we wish, even if these things seem contradictory. When Artemis comes into our lives, we know we need to be our independent, individual selves no matter what others may think. Sometimes maintaining a fierce independence can mean we exclude people and opportunities. If we hold ourselves apart from others, we may not be as empathetic as we could be. We also may forget that to have true balance, we need to maintain both the masculine and feminine energies within us. Should we distance ourselves too much from one or the other, we may not forgive transgressions from the opposite sex easily. It's important that we stay true to who we are without being too separate from others. Her symbols are bow and arrow, arrowhead, moon, hounds, deers, and animals. Okay. While I was reading that, I also got, if you're pregnant and you're concerned about labor or childbirth, all of that, maybe you need to find a doula, a midwife, a coach, someone that's going to help you getting ready for your birth. Yeah, someone who's going to be able to help you. not only to help you bring the baby, but I think they coach you before, during, and after. You may need to get help. Don't be afraid. If you can afford it, do not be ashamed to get help. Someone to come in and help you. All right. These babies do not come with instructions, in case nobody mentioned it to you. They don't give you nothing at the hospital but a baby, a receiving blanket, a couple of bottles to get you home, maybe. You better have your own breast pump back at the ranch, because the hospital don't give you that. And maybe you get a couple of not even boxes, a couple of diapers that may or may not fit your baby, depending on how much your baby weighs. Standard issue. It's like a little going home gift pack. If you are in a decent enough hospital, they give you that. Some places you don't even get that. Another thing that everybody didn't mention during the campaign of 2016 is there was a time when women were having babies and the hospital was making them go home the same day. They weren't even giving them 24 hours because of the insurance companies. Because the insurance companies didn't want to pay for the women to stay overnight to have babies. This is in the 1980s, not the 1880s, okay? And President Clinton put a stop to that shit. They could talk all the nonsense they want to, but there was like an outcry. Women were going home. You just had labor. If you had a C-section, I think they let you stay 2 days. But if you had regular natural childbirth, you was getting out before 11 o'clock, because that was starting a new day. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. It was rough. And they creeped it up on us without saying nothing. All of a sudden, everybody was like, what is going on? And that's what had happened. And finally, it got back to the president's ear, and he was like, what? Stopped that nonsense then, right then. Oh, yeah. You young women, y'all don't know the stuff, the things that we have gone through and experienced. And some of us old heads try to act like we don't remember, or maybe you all weren't subjected to it, or whatever. Anyway, politics, not talking about that. Okay, so fear, purpose, and contentment. All these things can exist within you as a woman as you traverse through the different cycles of life. This is talking about holding on to your individuality. And that is your choice also. You don't have to. You can let yourself, get caught up in the picket fence and the Father Knows Best and the Donna Reed and the Claire Huxtable, and you could do all of that. But Claire, she was still an attorney. Okay, so she's not a good example. Florida had a job. Wheezy had a job. Julia, she was a single mom. She raised her son. Okay, anyway. Donna Reed, Lucy, be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that. But you have the right to choose to still remain who you are. I was watching something the other day. I think it was called The Shift. It was it's about the transformation, ascension that we're going through now. those of us who are becoming more and more spiritual. And this woman in one of the vignettes of the piece, she was an artist, but she had given up all of that, when she became a mom and a wife, a wife and a mom, and she was running behind the boys and, doing all of the stuff that moms do, nagging and organizing and, you know, washing ears and knees and chasing and scolding and all the stuff moms do. And she had forgotten that she was an artist. That's how long it had been since she had sat down and drew something. And she realized it when her little boy said, "I've never seen you draw anything. You're not an artist, Mom." And he started laughing at her. "I've never seen you draw anything. These are little boys." And they never knew that she could draw. And she had to stop and say, "Wait a minute now. My children need to know this about me." And that's part of your legacy. That's part of the reason I do what I do, besides the impetus. I always, before I started doing the readings, I was like, I want to make sure that my grandchildren and great grandchildren will know what I look like, and that I want them to know what I sounded like and how I thought. And then this thing, this spiritual awakening and all of these things, and it's been taking a long time, over 20 years, but it's gotten so strong over the last 3 or 4 years that I was at one day, I was here and I was in tears, and I said, "This cannot be all there is to my life." And I had already retired. My children were good. Had a relationship at the time. But I just was like, is this it? I couldn't go back out to work because I was disabled with the MS. And I wasn't feeling sorry for myself at all. Not at all. I was like, okay, cool. Got my home, I got my pension, my kids are good. I don't have no little babies to worry about. It's all good. But I just was like, is this it? And I thought about it. What is it that I always like to do? What is it that I always wanted more time to be able to do? And it was this. Because I could only do this on, during my vacations, because I was so tired on my days off. And still raising kids and whatever. But, unless I hardly ever went out parties and all of that, because I was working home for the most part. And I traveled, and then I broke my leg. So that was slow you down, because I was gonna roll. mm, but I still travel. It's just broke. It ain't gone. It's not broke anymore. It's healed. You can't even tell us what's broken unless I show it to you. I was very particular with my surgeon. I told him, contrary to popular opinion, my best feature is my legs, and I have no marks on them, and I'd like to keep it that way. But if this must be surgery, because when he told me it was surgery, I was freaking out. I said, "Do we have a plastic surgeon or someone?" And he was like, "For your leg?" I was like, "Yes." And he said he's never heard anybody say that, but he was going to make sure that he took particular care. And he's glad I said something, because he was planning on practicing his cross stitch with his left hand. But he was a cool doctor. I liked him. But anyway, yeah, I was vain about my legs. Definitely. So maybe that's why that happened. But again, I don't have a scar. But And sometimes when it gets rough with this, not with the readings, this is the good part. It's the other part. I know that I asked for something else. I said, this can't be all there is, right? So they said, oh, all right, let's show you what it is. And so, but yes, it's not easy. If you want to maintain your individuality, it's going to be a struggle because you're not going to have a lot of co-signers, but you have a right to maintain your individuality and still be a good parent. But maybe your purpose is not to be content to be a mom. Maybe your purpose lies within your individualism. And you will find that. And that's what you're concerned about for this coming month, right? Staying yourself. So maybe you are about to become a mother or a wife, and you want to maintain your individuality. This is as good a time as any to contact a life coach. Talk to your OBGYN. Maybe they'll be able to refer you to somebody. You can call the Leche League. They work with women who are breastfeeding and need help with that, so they may have some references for you. You can also call Planned Parenthood of America. They could refer you to some resources. Okay, people who can talk to you, all right, and help you with those things that you may need help with. Yes, because they don't only do abortions, they help people plan their parenting and parenthood. Anyway, you can call them. United Way, if there's still such a thing. You can contact them. There are organizations, I'm sure, within your community, hopefully, depending on where you live, I guess, that will be able to help you. But talk to the other women. Talk to the other women. Talk to the other people who have been there, done this. They'll be more than happy to share their stories with you. You see how much time I took? And talking about it. It's a never-ending conversation because you're never finished being a mother. Never, never. Even if they cross over before you. That's a whole different conversation. Ooh. But it's not over. I mean, unless you're like a psycho or something like that. And we're not even talking about that. We're talking about regular people who don't have those kind of challenges. Psycho was not nice. All right, so whatever. Y'all know what I meant. No harm. Anyway, let's get you some cards from the Romance Angels also. I'm going to take these back from these masculine energies over here just in case. The messages are for you too. Don't want to jip y'all out of nothing. Okay. So, can we get some further messages for our Capricorn feminine energies for now until, okay, mid-June 2018. Mid-May through mid-June 2018. See? Reconciliation. I knew they wanted that card to come back out there for you. And codependency. Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This was at the bottom of the deck before. After I had shuffled for them too. Unrequited love. I'll get to that later. Let's just deal with this. Reconciliation, codependency. All right, so. Okay. There may be some of you here that feel that having a child is going to bring a reconciliation between yourself and the other parent. Maybe you think that that's going to bring that back. And that's the codependency. Maybe it's saying that you're relying too much. This is not for everybody, and this is not for everybody that's pregnant. Maybe you're relying too much on this child, this new baby, to heal something in your relationship or something within you. So maybe you're choosing to be a single mother. Maybe you're doing this by yourself. You went to in vitro fertilization or all of that. So maybe you are relying on this child to bring you something that you've been missing. Okay, so you're choosing to become a single mother. Because you felt that that would give your life purpose, but you always also want to remain independent. And you expect that this you're hoping that this child is going to bring, and these are the things that you're not supposed to talk about because this is not good, right? But yeah, that's too much weight to put on a baby. It really is. You have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself first. That's a long conversation that needs to be had with someone on a one-on-one, I guess, or, I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. That really, really is a lot. And I don't know. All I can tell you is that that's not fair for any adult to put that type of burden on a child. And eventually too much power for a child also. Remember that. It can be a burden, but it can also, eventually, when the child figures it out, because they're not stupid. Not at all. Some of them are real smart, real early. Especially if you're very intelligent. Your kid is intelligent too. Ha. They'll figure it out soon enough, and when they do, then it'll be a struggle. It'll be a power struggle. That's what I'm hearing, and I've seen it. Just like any relationship, you have to set boundaries, but Just love your child. Love that child for that child. You can love them because they're the creation that you made with the person that you love, of course. You could love them for that. You could love them because they look like the other parent or whatever. But they're not there to mend your fences of your broken relationship or your broken life. You're supposed to be getting things ready for them, right? You're supposed to be feathering the nest for them. They don't come here with anything. They got other things to do besides solving your problems. They're going to have their own problems, right? It's too much. So if you've already made those decisions and you've been under that assumption, all I can say to you is get your mind right and get ready for it. Mm-mm. Oh, no. All right, so you got number 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 15, find your bliss. I am following a path I love and I am fully aligned to my soul purpose. So, there are those of you who are choosing to be parents or choosing to be mothers, and this is exactly what it is that you're looking for. It's you are going to find your bliss. But there are others of you who are going to choose to be mothers and love your children also. And you're still going to remain individuals doing your own thing. And that's how you are going to find your bliss too. We all take different paths, right? We all have different paths. Oh, number 18, air elemental. I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. 1 and 8 are 9. So this is from your Agun. They are embracing you and this change. And they're there to help you too. You can pray and ask them for guidance. They can guide you through all of this stuff. Please make sure that you watch some videos, go hang out with some people who have babies so that you know how to change diapers, you know how to make the bottles, you know how to express the breast milk, all of that stuff. The Lamaze classes, whatever y'all do now, just get that part of it, the, ABCs of it down. But when they come and they're crying and you have to comfort them, ask your grandparents, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your aunts, your ancestors. Ask them for the words, the comfort, the songs. Do you know the lullabies? Do you remember them? Call up your mother, your grandmother, your aunts, your sisters, whatever. Think of the lullabies, the little games you used to play. All the little things that you used to do, all the little things that were done for you. Communicate, pray. Your ancestors want to share their wisdom with you, and they want to help you. But they want you to be realistic. It's not easy. It's not easy. But you will find your bliss because they're going to help you. Number 13, solar plexus chakra. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. And maybe that's exactly what you're doing. By being present, by deciding that this is what you want your life to be, the power that comes with that whole gestation period, that whole Well, once you get past the, what do they call it? Damn. The nausea, morning sickness, all that crap, besides all of that. And some people, they have that the entire time. And that's not fun. I know I was sick from July till November. Oh my God. I couldn't eat. I couldn't. If it wasn't tuna fish and collard greens, I think that's tuna, macaroni salad, and spinach, collard greens, vegetables. Yeah. Nothing else. Meat. Oh, I was sick. I lost more weight during my pregnancy than I gained. And my baby was still healthy, 6 pounds, 9 ounces. But I had hyperthyroid, whatever. I can't even remember it now. But anyway, they didn't even know that's what it was. They just knew I was young. But it was all baby. It was all baby. But yeah, I got sick. Oh, when I was able to stop with the morning sickness that lasts all day. It was like around Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of all holidays. And so I told my mother, listen, I can't, I got to eat. And I want to eat Thanksgiving dinner. But I won't be able to do it unless I psych myself. I have to know that everything is fresh. So I did all of the shopping and I did all of the cooking for Thanksgiving that year for my family. Let's see, my baby was born in April, right? So I was like 5 or 6 months pregnant, whatever. I was still throwing up every day. Yeah. So for Thanksgiving, I did everything from soup to nuts, dessert, the whole nine. And that's the only way I was able to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And then I was able to hold my food down for the rest of the pregnancy. But see, I knew that. In my head somewhere, somehow I knew that. That wasn't me. That was my ancestors. Bringing that to my knowledge. How would I have never known that? My mother didn't suggest it or anything. But I said, this is the way I can do this. That kind of stuff. They help. They do. You just got to be open to it, right? So this is all, you are going to see how powerful you are. The power of the beauty of being able to create life and to form life and to give birth to life. That's your personal power. And then those of you who are adopting babies, you may not be bringing, physically bringing a baby into the world, which, okay. But those who are, going to be just the process of opening your heart and your life to a child and being able to love outside of yourself like that. That's selfless. That's wonderful. There are women who do that every day, and there are women who would never do that or think that they could never do that, or they say that they could never do that. But they end up doing it when their raggedy ass husbands go stepping out and somebody comes ringing their doorbell. Instead of them letting their husband go, they'll say that they'll take the baby. Please, they've been doing it for years. Stop. It ain't just in the movies. Bottom of this desk was 44, integration. Bringing it all together. Bringing it all together. Aligning yourself, combining your body, your mind, and your soul to lift all of humanity to a new dimension. To lift yourself. To lift yourself. Very nice. Okay. Let me see if we can get something from the Rider-Waite Tarot for you ladies. Or feminine energies. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you waiting. You're waiting to see what's going to happen. You have been putting in a lot of time and effort. All right. You have choices. All right. But you're waiting. You've invested a lot of time, a lot of time, a lot of energy. So you're waiting and you're hoping. You have confidence. You have confidence. Ace of Swords. So this is in the reverse. So you're not talking about this, or you don't want to think about it. You haven't been talking about your fears. You're just waiting. I hear that. I understand. You haven't been speaking up. You haven't spoken your truth about this. These are things that you don't even discuss with anyone. You might not even comment on this video. But there's no shame in questioning. There's no shame in asking for help. That's what we're here for. We're going to help one another as a collective. Not just me, one another, everyone who's watching. We're all in this together. Pose questions to one another in the comment section. I'm sure some of you all may even strike up friendships off of YouTube or somewhere else or some other social media. Maybe some of y'all know each other. Be helpful. Help each other out. Number 8, strength. Strength. Working together. Trusting. Being compassionate. Takes a village. That's our strength. Together as women. There's a lot of Leo energy going on for both masculine and feminine energies. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Oh, maybe the baby's going to be a Leo, right? 7, 8. Oh, yeah, right? This is going to be June, July. July's the middle. Leo's the middle of July, right? Right after Cancer. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Some of you, this is going to be a Leo baby. Okay. That's a good thing. This is mixed up with the goddess cards here. Number 13, effort. Yeah, it's going to take some effort. Take the drugs. I did that natural thing. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. Believe that. If I'd known then what I know now, I had drugs with my son, not with my daughter. From the goddess guidance cards, you got Aine. Aine, A-I-N-E, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Going forward, take a leap of faith. You could do it. Universe has got your back, and so do we. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. All right. Did we get? Nope, we didn't get this. Mermaids and dolphins. Okay. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision. And that message may not have anything to do with that, or maybe it does. Maybe there's a decision you have to make about the pregnancy. Maybe to go natural or tell the father or not. Keeping the baby, giving it up for adoption. Listen to your intuition, make a decision, pray about it. Write up the pros and cons. Don't know what color to make the nursery? Whether to go with Pooh or Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse? It could be anything, folks. It could be a blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. Ashe. Ashe. Blessed change. Very nice. So, I think we are up to speed. We're even Steven on these messages. All right, so we are going to get one final card for the both. Thank you. There you go. For both the masculine and feminine energies today. And this is going to be from the Whispers of Love online numerology. This is going to be for both of you, male and female, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Rebirth. 16. 7. Creation. Starting all over. A new adventure. For both of you. Something new. A new part of life. Being out in retirement and getting to know each other again. Being easy with yourself. Rebirth, number 16. 16. Major transformations and transitions that will result in significant personal growth. By drawing this card, you have entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. This is where you surrender to the changes around you and prepare to be the best you can be. Prepare to be the best you can be. You're being encouraged to trust and believe that a magical future awaits. But first, you need to let go of the old in order to experience the new. Take time to reevaluate your core values and re-examine your life. Then eliminate any superficial foundations that don't align with your higher self and your dreams. This is a time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors, for humility and authenticity are the keys to your success. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you towards a higher level of understanding and awareness. This transformation is inevitable. So know that this is a very exciting time. For you are about to become the best you can be. The affirmation here is, through personal transformation, I reach my greatest potential. Ashe. Ask your spirit guides and the divine to help you, to follow you, to protect you as you make this transformation from worker to retiree, from mother of one to mother of two to mother of three, to from single woman with no children to mother. These messages will be from the Whispers of Love, and that's by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. Whispers of Love. Oracle cards for attracting more love into your life. So let's see what the messages are for. I'm ambidextrous for those of you all who are the tarot police. Why do I knock them in both hands? Because I'm ambidextrous. For the most part. Okay, thank you, Spirit. May I get a card for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, male and female energy? Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and if you'd like a personalized reading, send an email to pbtarot7@gmail.com. You go to this channel page, you will see the Gmail address, and I'm also on Instant Go. You can look for Patsy on Instant Go, or you can put pbtarot7 in the search, and you will also find me there. And I'll answer a question for you. Text questions. You ask one question, and I'll answer you back. You can also do video readings if you'd like, live video readings. I am not able to record them, so that's up to you. And you have to record them. You have to either record them or take notes yourself. Okay, so the card that came for you here is treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. It's important to love others deeply. Part of your journey. And that is the number 10. This is about you, individual. See? You don't have to lose yourself to love others. We have a group of people in our lives that love and support us. Cherish these people, whether it is a special partner, your family, or your friends. The angels are prompting you that you need to reach out to your loved ones and make sure you show them love. That goes for you too over here, Mr. Masculine. Treasure your loved ones. Of course, people are going to change. You've changed. We change together. cycle of life. Take your time. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing for you. Okay, so take a risk and put your heart's true desires into action. Leap of faith. So, Capricorn, I hope that these messages resonated with you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share these messages with you. This was your Love Bite, and I'll be seeing you guys again at the beginning of June for your July readings, and your June readings are already up. So I'll be talking to you all soon. Bye. Don't forget to like and share.